Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am actually doing a follow-up video to one of the videos that I did. I believe it was a little bit over a year ago. So this is 10 things to know about moving to LA. And if you haven't watched the first video, please go watch the first video first before you watch this one, because I'm going to kind of build on some of the things that I said there. So just 10 things to know before you move to LA. Alright, so number one thing that I know now that I didn't necessarily know when I first got here was that there is a big adjustment period. And I mean that both kind of a mental adjustment period, but I mostly mean it as a financial adjustment period. It was a huge difference as far as the cost of living goes out here versus where I'm from in Michigan. So I was paying $625 a month for rent out there, which was still, I mean, it was affordable, but it wasn't like cheap out there. It was kind of a little bit of a budget stretch for me even then. So moving here and just quitting my job and coming out here with no job to an apartment that was $1,590 a month was a huge change. So that's something, I actually don't live at that same apartment anymore. I've moved since then, but it was a huge adjustment financially because that was one of the cheapest apartments that I could find that was in a good area that I could sign the lease without actually being here. So I signed my lease ahead of time before I actually moved here, sight unseen, and that was probably the best place that I could have picked for the budget and for my requirements that I needed. So $1,590 rent and no job when I came out here. So I had saved maybe $3,000 before I came to LA, and that lasted me 1 month. So luckily I did find a job when I first got here. It was not a very good job. It didn't pay very well, but it is something that I had when I first got here. So I was tight on cash for at least the first 4 or 5 months that I was here. And then luckily I found the job that I'm at now, which still had an adjustment period because I had 3 months of training before I really got paid anything that was good. So it was a huge adjustment period. I remember calling my parents, and I never called my parents and asked for money before I moved out here. And I had to call them like, please, can I have $100, $200 here and there just for things that I absolutely needed, like gas, like to pay my actual bills, to pay my car lease. It was a huge change. So just be aware of that. Save and think more than I did. That's a mistake that I made. I should have saved more money before I came here. But it's something that I learned too. It's something that it's kind of a sink or swim type of place. If you come here, you're either going to grind, you're going to find what you're good at, you're going to find a job, you're going to find your whatever you came here to do, and you're going to make money that way. Or it's going to be the other way around. It's going to be very hard, very difficult, and some people do give up. But it's not impossible. That's the main thing to know. It's not impossible making it financially in LA. The next thing too, and I kind of talked about this in the first video, I believe, was just that people are going to say certain things about you moving here, and that's okay. That's something that you have to kind of stand strong and be all for. And like, hey, everybody's like, oh, you're gonna hate LA, you're not gonna like the people, everyone is so fake there. There's a lot of stereotypes that go into moving here. I didn't come here to be like a actor, singer, movie star, anything like that. I came here because I wanted to live somewhere else, and it was crazy the amount of negativity that I got just looking for a regular job here. So I can only imagine if you came out here for some type of art form, which is absolutely amazing. It's a great place to be for any type of art form. But I know that people tend to give a lot of negativity, and I don't understand that. I don't understand why it's not supporting such negativity. But it's kind of like what they say about New York. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And if you can leave your hometown and go to some place you've never been before and thrive there, that's an accomplishment. I kind of got a little off topic on that one. But number 2, this is a road trip heaven. So anywhere you go in LA, if you drive 30 minutes away from where you are, you're going to be in a whole different area. So if I drive like 45 minutes south of where I am and I go to Irvine, that's going to be a whole different feel than it is where I live in West LA. If I drive more inland, about 30 minutes, I'm going to be near West Hollywood, North Hollywood, those areas, and it's a different vibe than out here. So it's cool because you can drive an hour and you can be someplace totally different. That's one of the really cool things about LA. You can also go north and go to all the different places that are in Northern California. Within 3-4 hours, you can be in a you can be on vacation. It's really cool to have all these road trips places around you, and that's something to really take advantage of, and something that I've learned a lot about since I've been here about a year now. Number 3, there are times where you're going to be very hard on yourself, and that's okay. That's something that everyone experiences, I feel, when they try something new. You're gonna see the people around you. You're gonna see the people on Facebook that you follow that are still back home that you feel might be doing better than you right now, because it's an adjustment. And that's okay. It's gonna be hard not to put that pressure on yourself, but you know that you came here for a reason. As long as you're here to follow what you want to do and you keep trying at it, you're gonna be good at it. You're gonna be successful at it. And you really just have to keep a positive mindset and know that you have these talents, you have these skills, you have everything that you need in order to make it in a place that you want to be. Number 4, the lifestyle of a lot of people here is going to be something that is either going to intimidate some people or inspire them. To me and to a lot of people, it's inspiring because it's really cool to see people following their dreams, doing what they want to do, owning businesses out here. And everywhere you go, there's such nice cars and such nice homes, and you can literally just drive around and just look at people's lifestyle. And that is the coolest thing ever, because you can see, okay, these people made it, these people did this and that, they're successful in this way. I want to be successful in what I want to do. And it's really cool to have that feeling and to know that. The lifestyle out here is just, it's very different than where I'm from. Where I'm from, if you make $50,000 a year, you're doing absolutely great. Like, that's you can get like a boss place. You can be doing really good. But out here, it's really crazy to see how much money people have out here. It's just insane. Like, if you drive through the mountains, you drive through Mulholland, you see all these expensive houses out there. It's kind of just inspiring to see how much money there is to be made and how much success there is to have out in the world. Okay, so I think this is number 5. I get super off track when I'm numbering videos, but number 5, I'm gonna go with number 5. It's just that rooftop and ocean view things are everywhere. You don't have to spend a lot of money to go to places that have like fancy upscale rooftops or ocean view dinners and things like that. There's so many places out here where you can do that, and I love those experiences because that's something that I didn't have back home. So it's really cool to go to those places. You don't have to spend a ton of money. Some places you can just go up and have one drink and go and relax there. There's this place called Spire 73, I believe it's called. It's at the top of the Intercontinental building downtown. And it's this huge rooftop. It's super nice up there. And if you wanted to go up there and just chill for a little bit, get 1-2 drinks, it's not super expensive. And you can do that, and you can look out over the whole city. It's beautiful. Or if you want to go to West LA and you want to go to the places on Marina Del Rey, there's a ton of restaurants there that aren't very expensive that you can just enjoy a view of the ocean right outside. It's a really cool place to be. That's just some of the experiences that I appreciate the most while I'm here. I love taking in the natural beauty of things. I love just seeing the environment around me because it is so different than where I'm from, and so different than so many places in the country. Number 6. You'll be lonely at first, especially if you're moving here and you don't have any friends that you already know and you don't have any family here. When I first got here, I didn't know anyone, but then I found out that I had some family here that I had never met. So I went and I hung out with them for one of my more distant cousins' birthday parties. And I went out there and I actually started making kind of a family network out here, and it was really cool to experience that. And that was before I had any friends at work. I didn't meet anyone yet. That was one of my first few weeks when I was here. And now it's crazy to see how much of a difference it is a year later. I know so many people here. I have a full network of friends and people that care about me and people that love me and people that I care about. Oh, hold on guys, my DoorDash is here. Hello? Okay. Okay, so I promised that could not have been timed better, like because of the next thing that I'm about to talk about, but I just got my food. Sorry guys. So the next thing that I was going to talk about, actually I think it was a few more down, but whatever. We'll talk about it now. It's either 6 or 7. I've lost track of the numbers by now. But the other thing that I was going to say was that Postmates and DoorDash are going to be 2 of your best friends when you come out here. Because sometimes it's so hard to get places that even though it's kind of expensive to order Postmates or DoorDash, it's easier than trying to drive somewhere, trying to park, trying to get your food and then come back, not get a ticket. Like, sometimes it's just so congested here, especially in the morning. It's like, what time is it? It's 9:45 in the morning. Sometimes it's just so congested and it's so difficult to get places that it really is just easier to order food, and you can keep working on whatever you're working on, keep doing what you're doing, and just wait on it. It's a cool thing. It's probably one of my go-tos out here. Postmates, DoorDash, super clutch. One thing that I talked about too in my last video a little bit, but I'm going to elaborate on right now because it's taken up a lot of my life in the last year, and that's traffic. If I cannot stress to you enough that if you have a choice, live close to your workplace. If you're going to the same place every day, please live close to there, because this traffic out here, they are not playing any games. Like, this traffic is serious traffic. So when I was living in Burbank, I was commuting to Culver City. And for anyone that doesn't already know kind of a layout of California or the LA area, that's kind of, it's not far distance wise. I think it maybe is like 18 to 20 miles or so that I was actually going. But it would sometimes take me 2 hours to get there depending on what time of day I left. So it would take me normally about 1 hour and 15 minutes if I left at a good time, but like 2 hours and 20 minutes if I left at a bad time. So since then I've moved a lot closer to work, so it's not as bad now. But then it was insanely crazy. It's okay. Just make sure your car gets good gas mileage and that you have a lot of patience in the car. Guys, this is, I believe, the last one. I think this was 10 or we're at 9. I don't really know. I just want to put as much information as possible into this video. But one thing that I cannot stress enough is that the beach should be one of your friends. You should go there whenever you possibly can. Not everyone has this luxury of being so close to the beach and being able to go to Malibu Beach, Santa Monica Beach, go to Manhattan Beach, Toes Beach, Dockweiler Beach, anywhere that you want to go. It's so close together, and I cannot stress that enough, that if you have the transportation to go there, you should just go. It's so much fun to be at the beach, especially Venice Beach. Venice Beach is a really cool place to be around. It's different than anywhere that I've ever really been before. But just relaxing, you can go to Dockweiler Beach and have a barbecue out there. Not a barbecue, what do you call it? A bonfire out there at night. It's one of the coolest experiences that I have so much fun doing out here. And it's something that's super cheap too, because what are you buying? Like some extra wood and like whatever you use to light a fire. I don't really know. Maybe some like s'mores and stuff. It's a super cheap experience, but it's really, really fun. There's just so much to do out here. Really, if you're going to move to LA, please take advantage of it. It's such a special place. And since I've been here this last year, I've seen such a change in myself. I was just going through and watching my older videos, because it's kind of cool to look back on what you used to talk about, what you've done before, who you used to be. And I see that I've changed so much since I got here. I've become so much more bold and so much more brave and courageous. That sounds kind of cheesy, but it's true. I've made a lot of changes since I got here, and it's really cool to see the changes that you go through, not just when you move to LA, but when you move anywhere that's away from home, when you experience anything new. And that's got to be one of the coolest feelings, is to look back on yourself and be like, wow, I've changed a lot. But I just want to encourage anyone that's thinking of moving here to do what you want to do. Don't worry about anyone else and what they want you to do or what they say about what you're doing with your life. Do you. Do what you want to do and have fun with it. Have a blast. Be inspired, learn things, meet people. It's one of the most rewarding experiences that you'll ever have. And if you guys do have specific questions that you want to ask, send them in the comments. I'm going to try to reply to everything that I can. But other than that, that's everything that I have for you right now. If you guys want a follow-up video at any point, just let me know. But I am going to have a lot of new videos coming out pretty soon too. So if you guys thumbs up this video, I would love it so much. And I would love it even more if you subscribe to my channel. That way you can see if when I have anything else coming out. But that is all that I have for you guys right now. So I will see you soon, and bye guys.